welcome to this Forex weekly analysis. So today we're going to be analyzing DXY and GU and EU. Starting off with DXY, we're going to stay on higher time frames. We're going to be starting off with the weekly time frame. So you can see that price reacted off this bullish fair value gap, weekly fair value gap right here. As you can see, the body has stayed so far in the upper half of it. We have this bullish order block as well, acting as a strong support. So in my opinion, on higher time frames, at least a weekly, DXY is looking very bullish. We've had a retracement, like I said, last week and the week before. So you see this big candle here coming, retracing into this weekly fair value gap here. I love the way price kind of reacted off this order block. So you see like it's kind of like wicking it out. So it comes down here and it always closes above it. All right, so and always above in the upper half of the weekly fair value gap that you see here, right here. So that in my opinion is very bullish. I'm definitely bullish on DXY for next week. If we drop down to the daily now, all right, we have this daily imbalance here, volume imbalance that you see right here. Again, I'll get rid of this for y'all. I love the way price, so last Thursday and last Friday and even on Wednesday, the bodies all closed in the upper half of this daily volume imbalance. So that in my opinion is extremely bullish. Going into next week, I'll be monitoring the start of the week. I want to see if price is able to close above this daily fair value gap. If I'm right and we're bullish, I don't see any reasons why we couldn't be doing that. To be totally honest. So yeah, ideally we see that happening on Monday or Tuesday. All right, and from there, targets we can drop down to the 4-hour time frame right here. We got this clear high buy side up here. We got this big inefficiency, so you can drop a little fib in there. Maybe target the upper quadrant right here, and a little liquidity void here. They can mark out like this, drag in here. So 4-hour volume imbalance right here, liquidity void right here, the wicks. That can be a target as well, but these would be my targets going into next week. All right, so if we're going to be bullish on DXY, that means if we look at GU, all right, so the pound on the dollar, we're expecting lower prices, right? Makes sense. So if we stay on the weekly time frame right here, actually, yeah, on the weekly, all I had to say is this weekly fair value gap. So we kind of opened up, we opened up very low last week. So the weekly candle, as you can see, opened right here. So I still have this weekly fair value gap marked out, bearish fair value gap. Obviously, I'm expecting that to get inverted and to become an inverted fair value gap because we're expecting lower prices. And if we drop down to daily, we got clearly relative equal lows down here. All right. And we saw price, well, like I said, open here, rallying a little bit for 3 days. All right, we took out this buy side liquidity right here, tap consequent encroachment of this premium wick, and we saw price going lower. So I'll get rid of this, and this is technically still a fair value gap. I want to see a bearish candle closing below it in order to call it and to validate it as an inverted fair value gap. I'm expecting to see that happening, like I said, start of the week, next week. And yeah, if price isn't able to reach for this low next week, we can look at this low here. So that would be sell side down here and down here, all right? We're not demanding, sorry, price to come all the way down here, all right? That would be a very like big drop, all right? but because we're bearish, we're looking for clear targets and clear drawn liquidity. So that would be our two targets right here. All right, those are more realistic. And yeah, that's my analysis for GEO. All right, and finally, EU. Starting off on the weekly, well, first you can notice the difference between GEO and EU. Even if they're strongly correlated by the dollar, there's still a lot of differences. So in my opinion, GEO is looking a little better, just if you look at the higher time frame, because just these relative equal lows down here. When EU high time frame, I did not mark anything out too crazy like on the higher time frames. Like if you look at the weekly here, all I had to mark out is this imbalance here. So I marked out the upper quadrant, consequent encroachment, and the lower quadrant right here. So we can use consequent encroachment of this fair value gap as a target, as well as this low right here. So I'll actually mark this one out, sell side, and I'll mark this as consequent encroachment. Just so I just kept the consequent encroachment right here. So this could be my target here. We got relative equal lows down here. What did I mark out right here? So actually this is a bearish order block right here. So you see price on the weekly coming into this bearish order block, mean threshold right here. This is not consequent encroachment, this is mean threshold, as well as this little volume imbalance right here. All right, and I love the fact that we're staying in the lower half of this volume imbalance. So we got another one actually right here, and again, lower half, closing in the lower half, in the lower part of the volume imbalance. So daily time frame, what is this? Daily invert fair value gap. So actually invert this fair value gap here, which is very bearish in my opinion. Like this is gonna go lower, guys. Like I'm very, very bearish and very bullish for DXY. These would be your targets. So again, I'll mark this out as relative equal lows. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be looking at for next week for Forex. We can maybe mark this little fair value. Do we tap it? I don't think we do. Nope, we don't. But if you want to take this inverted fair value gap, you see price retracing into it right here. Again, stays in the lower half of the inverted fair value gap and goes lower. All right, so you got all my targets for GU, EU, and the dollar index. With all that being said, I hope you learned something. I hope this will help your personal analysis. Again, nothing here is financial advice. If you have any questions, any remarks, you can let me know in the comment section, and I will update you guys on all these targets and levels I'm monitoring for next week and my Discord community. So if you want to join that, you can join for free. The link is in the bio of this video. All right. With all that being said, take care, and I'll see you guys next week.